Manukya, Justice Ganguly said that everyone carried out a campaign against him despite there being no FIR, but he himself has got no explanation for why he is not filing a case of defamation against the people who carried out this supposed campaign. Why?
Well, we spoke to him and it was a question asked by Headlines Today only that why didn't he file a defamation case till now. The answer came up stating that he would never go in for a defamation case against his student. But if that is the answer, he could have at least stepped forward and taken a step forward, at least in the questions that have been raised towards his integrity and his dignity. He could have answered that in some way, but that the correct answer that we heard was only that he would never file a defamation case against his student. But as far as the others are concerned, where he has been blaming, he says that there is yet any evidence, but however, he feels that people do not want him to function as the head of West Bengal Human Rights Commission, and that includes the central and the state government, which have conspired against him. He even questions the integrity of the Supreme Court, where he said that the Supreme Court had a biased attitude towards him, and perhaps that's the reason why he was forced and compelled under different circumstances to step down.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, he ended up blaming pretty much everyone, but in particular had again no answers about why the Supreme Court panel, which in fact did say in its report that he was guilty of sexual misdemeanor, would be biased against him, Manukya.
Well, absolutely. He has no answer to certain questions. He has been stating that it's a conspiracy against him by the central government, by the Supreme Court judges, and also by the state government. We have seen that he has again hit back completely at the Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee's government, stating that this is a complete step taken by the Chief Minister of the state, because she had not only written to the President but had also taken steps so that he is removed, because he had given certain orders in Justice Ambikesh Mahapatra case, where there was a cartoon that was circulated, and then in other cases also, and perhaps that's the reason why he feels that it was a vindictive attitude of the state government. But however, he does not have clear answers as far as the other aspects are concerned, why there was a report that was filed against by the committee made by Supreme Court, and why he could not answer these questions.
Manukya, just stay on with me, because former Lok Sabha Speaker Somnath Chatterjee is with us on the phone line. So Justice Ganguly has finally broken his silence, but there are questions still remaining about even if the Trinamool Congress government had a grudge to nurse against Justice Ganguly, what about the Supreme Court panel? Your views?
Well, I don't know under what provision of law, procedure, Supreme Court, three judges went into the matter, and this is not the way to hold an inquiry without his legal authority or basis. Just calling a judge, a former judge of the and confronting him immediately with an affidavit. And even Justice Ganguly said he was not even given proper time to go through it and asked to reply to this question. And the entire procedure was unauthorized. The Supreme Court itself has decided that it should not go into such matters anymore. And suddenly, when we find that the name of the girl has not been disclosed, the judge's name was disclosed after Supreme Court inquiry, a so-called inquiry, I think this was a travesty of justice. And the whole thing, the Supreme Court's role totally, according to me, is inexplicable.
But Mr. Chatterjee, don't you think the reasoning that has been put forward by Justice Ganguly today actually does a disservice to the law intern herself, because it ends up imputing political motives to the allegations that she has made? The case that she has made out is very clear-cut, that there were unwanted overtures made towards her.
You see, the orchestra that was started, immediately when suddenly after more than a year, a girl is supposed to have made some allegation. Immediately demands for his resignation, for his removal came, and ultimately the central cabinet, without any authority, goes into it. Suddenly, Additional Solicitor General makes a foray to Calcutta and brings out an affidavit, holds a press conference.
Okay.
I think too many coincidences in this matter.
Mr. Chatterjee, I would request you to just hold on for a second, because we're also getting a counterpoint. Women's rights activist Ranjana Kumari is with us on the phone line. Do you think there's any credence in this argument that pretty much everyone seems to have ganged up against Justice Ganguly, the state government of West Bengal, the centre, the law ministry, as well as the media, Ranjana Kumari?
Well, I think the basic issue is about this girl and what happened to her, and how, the conduct of Justice Ganguly, what she complains and what she has written in complaint. So that is the core point, that this is a case of sexual harassment, and that's where she has not been given justice. Rest of it all is, whether it is whatever was the angularity and the point the West Bengal government was trying to score against Justice Ganguly, or he was not trying to do that, or whatever the way the Supreme Court followed the whole case. Everything can be discussed and questioned. I don't want to get into that. But the most important issue is that whatever has been done to this law in turn, and Justice Ganguly is, after the three-member inquiry of the Supreme Court, it has been established, and that inquiry also says that unacceptable behavior and whatever they have also concluded that this whatever was done was a kind of harassment for this girl. So if that is the issue, that is the core of the whole thing. Until date, she has not got justice, and everybody has imputed motives, and which normally society does to women when they muster courage, and especially courage to complain against such a high positioned individual in our society. Then definitely she is getting the wrath of everybody's criticism, including Justice Ganguly himself.
And that's the question I want to put to you, Mr. Somnath Chatterjee, because irrespective of the agenda that Justice Ganguly says the Mamata Banerjee government has against him, irrespective of the way the Supreme Court panel conducted itself, don't you think that all the allegations made today essentially only obfuscate the real charges against him, the real allegations made against him, sir?
Against whom?
Against Justice Ganguly by the law in turn. First, whether in a deposition before the panel and then in an affidavit.
Mere allegations are not proved. This is a very strange argument that anybody alleges must be true.
But sir, they have been held correct by the Supreme Court panel.
And suddenly she waits for 14 months. She does not name the judge. Suddenly the things are taken up. And what is the proof against him? Who has proved it? There is no FIR, no investigation, no inquiry. And the Supreme Court, 3 judges sit for half an hour and immediately comes to a conclusion about a prima facie case. Even a prima facie case is not a proof. What is happening in this country?
Rajna Kumar, you want to respond to that?
Anybody can be held guilty without any trial. Anybody can be held guilty with... No, listen. Anybody can be held guilty without a trial.
No.
There is a presumption of innocence.
Yes.
Where is the FIR? Where is the investigation? Where is the opportunity to cross-examine that girl?
Yes. With utmost respect to Somnath Chatterjee.
These are methods of establishing a fact in a civilized jurisprudence.
Rajna Kumari would like to respond to that.
Just because somebody has made an allegation which is denied, immediately that becomes what is the truth, and the 3 learned judges sitting in a room for half an hour and come to a conclusion, not in their judicial capacity, in their administrative capacity. Supreme Court owes a duty to the nation to explain why did they take it up.
Okay, can I come in for a minute, sir?
What was their authority to take it up?
Go ahead, Ranjana Kumari, go ahead.
Yes, I think with my utmost respect for Somnath Chatterjee and his views, I think I agree with you, sir, that there should be an investigation.
Everybody is entitled to his or her views. According to me, my view is there is a travesty of justice. And there are many very, very sad days for India.
Well, I would, with my respect for your views and also utmost respect for you, sir, I would like to, I beg to differ about just one thing. I completely agree there should be investigation without proving the charges. He cannot be charged of all these. It is only mere allegation. I completely agree with you on that point. But at the same time, the 3 judges of Supreme Court of India did hear the girl, and also they have established a prima facie case in this situation, and it is since he has been a member of the Supreme Court, he is a justice of Supreme Court. It is in all fairness that there should have been an FIR after that case by the committee or by the suo motu action by the Supreme Court. So I completely agree with you that there has to be a FIR. There has to be. This is a case of sexual harassment. the allegation has been leveled by the girl, and this needs to be established whether it did take place or not, whether investigation need to follow. But that opportunity will have to be created, and by resigning now, Justice Ganguly has now in fact some way overstepped that possibility. But still, it is possible. I think that's where it is not fair with the girl. We are only saying that if she has level allegations, she has experienced harassment, then there has to be a possibility of investigation into the matter. Whatever investigation happened so far did establish prima facie case to and charge of misconduct. So I think up to that point things have gone on, and then of course all kinds of other things should be kept out, because perhaps there is politics, perhaps there is all kinds of manipulation which is going on. I do not know.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, nobody can say that, the allegations, nobody can charge the girl for labeling that allegation. She has experienced what she experienced in that hotel. She has made it very clear. And that investigation needs to be, people need to know what really happened. Is he responsible? Is he not? He's not saying anything about that.
Well, absolutely, and there's no point really in conflating issues. A political conspiracy against him, well, one could argue it exists or not, but the fact is that charges of sexual harassment have been made. They have been upheld by a 3-member panel of the Supreme Court. Justice Ganguly saying that the girl had ulterior motives is really doing a disservice to the entire case. Thanks very much, Ranjana Kumari, Somnath Chatterjee, both for joining us on this bulletin.